دي البيك تشيز كيك اللي هنعملها النهارده، ودي من الكيكات المفضلة عندي.
There are many cheesecake recipes. There is a baked cheesecake, there is a no-bake cheesecake, there is a cheesecake with a cookie crust, and a cheesecake with a dough crust. Today we will bake the traditional original German-style baked cheesecake. There are quite a number of steps to follow. It's not one of the easy cakes, but trust me, it's worth it. In my opinion, it's the queen of the cheesecakes. If this is your first time to visit my channel, I publish 2 recipes a week, one sweet and one savory, different recipes for all tastes and always step by step. Please subscribe if you aren't subscribed yet so that you don't miss any of my future recipes. The ingredients are at the end of the video. This cake consists of 2 doughs, the outer dough, the crust, and the filling, the cheese filling. We will start with preparing the crust. Start with preparing all of your ingredients, the flour, the sugar, the butter, the sour cream, and 1 egg. You can use your hands, you can use a hand mixer or a stand mixer. I'll be using the stand mixer today. You will need 250 grams of sifted flour, which is equivalent to 2 cups. Put the flour in the bowl and make a hole in the middle. If you're working with your hands, you'll be spreading the flour on your working surface. And just follow exactly the same steps. First, add your egg in the hole. Add a dash of salt. You will need 125 grams of cold butter. Cut it in cubes and spread it over the flour. You will need 80 grams of granulated sugar, which is equivalent to 1 cup minus 1 heaped tablespoon. Then please add 3 tablespoons of sour cream. If you don't have sour cream, you can use 2 tablespoons of apple vinegar. Use your hands or the stand mixer to combine all ingredients and form into a dough. If you are using a stand mixer, you know that the dough is ready when it starts to clean up the sides and form a ball. If you are using your hands, the dough will become less sticky and start to be elastic, and whether you knead by hand or by stand mixer, the dough should be elastic and not tear when you spread it. And just shape it into a ball and then put it in the fridge to chill for at least half an hour. And this will give your dough the chance to relax. If the dough is too soft, you can add a tablespoon or just a little bit of flour. Now we will start to prepare the cheese filling. First, take 6 eggs and separate the egg yolk from the egg white. Whisk the egg white until it builds a foam and stiffens. And you know it's ready when you turn over the bowl and the egg white doesn't fall out. Keep it chilled in the fridge until you use it. You will need 230 grams of granulated sugar, which is equivalent to approximately 1 cup. You'll need 125 ml of milk and 250 ml of whipping cream. Now in regards to the cheese. In the original recipe, they use Quark, which is a German cheese. And in English it's called curd cheese. If it's not available in your country, you can use a substitute. The recipe calls for 650 grams of Quark. The substitute, you can use 250 gram ricotta with 400 gram of cream cheese. You will also need 100 grams of butter, which is equivalent to a 1/4 cup plus 3 tablespoons. A 1/4 teaspoon cinnamon and 1/2 teaspoon vanilla essence or 1 teaspoon vanilla powder. Grate the zest of 1 lemon, and then you can start with mixing the room temperature butter with the sugar until they are combined and creamy. Check your ricotta and cream cheese combination. If it is not soft and creamy, you need to beat it with the egg whisk until creamy. And then you can add it to the egg and sugar mixture. Then add all of the rest of the ingredients except the egg whites. Then whisk and mix all ingredients until they are well incorporated. If you wish, you can also add 3 tablespoons of raisins. I didn't add them because in my family they don't like raisins, but you would add them at the end, not at this stage. If you are using raisins, then soak them in water or orange juice for at least half an hour. The last step of the cheese filling is to add the egg whites that you have chilled. You will add them by combining them very slowly, basically folding them in very carefully until they are well combined with the rest of the ingredients. Now that the cheese filling is ready, we will assemble the cake. Take out your chilled dough and knead it a little bit until it warms up, and then spread it with the rolling pin. Roll it into a 0.5 centimeter to 1 centimeter thick dough. It's best to roll it on a baking paper. It makes rolling easy and it's then easy to transfer to the pan. For cheesecake, it's best if you use a spring form so you can take it out easily. The size of the dough should be big enough to cover the base and the sides. You can fix the shape and the size with a pizza cutter or a knife. The next step is to grease our pan. You can do it with a brush or you can spray it, and if your pan is not non-stick, then it's better to use baking paper for the base. Then we need to transfer the dough into the pan. Just lift it with the baking paper and turn it over on the pan, and then start to adjust it with your hands to fit it on the sides. And you can remove the extra dough with the pizza cutter or with a knife again. Press it a bit to the sides, but don't press too hard, and the sides and the base should all be covered with your dough. If you have tears or little holes, you can fix them with some extra dough. Now the pan is lined with the dough. Take a fork and make some holes in the base. Then pour in the cheese mixture. Don't fill it up till the very end. Keep in mind that the dough will rise in the oven. If you want to add raisins, you can add them now and just press them a little bit into the dough. Preheat your oven to 180 degrees Celsius and then put the cake into the preheated oven. The cake will need a total of 40 to 50 minutes to bake. After 20 minutes, take the cake out and take a knife and cut between the crust and the cheese filling all around the cake. Cut through until the base, but don't cut the base itself. This step will help the cake to rise and not to have too many cracks on the surface. Once you're done, put the cake back into the oven to continue baking. After another 20 to 25 minutes, take the cake out and do the cake test. Do it with a toothpick or a knife. If they come out clean without cake residual, then your cake is done. If your cake is already getting golden and darker on the surface but is not yet well done, you can cover it with a piece of baking paper so that it doesn't burn from the surface. I like to serve cheesecake with strawberry sauce or mixed berry sauce. I'll put a recipe for a simple mixed berry sauce in the description box.
Wait.
The last step is to sprinkle the cheesecake with icing sugar. And now your very delicious cheesecake is ready for you to enjoy. If you enjoyed this recipe, please remember to like, share with your friends and subscribe if you're not subscribed already. See you next time!